Hey guys, instead of a tutorial this week, I'm going to show you my magic collection. I've been getting a request to show all my props and all my toys and all that stuff for the past little bit now. And so I thought I'd go through everything and you'll get a chance to see like what I take out with me and what tricks I choose to do in certain situations. And you'll get a little insight on how some tricks work that you guys have been asking me about, ones that I've said that I can't reveal. So you guys can get a little insight on that, so it should be exciting. So, hope you guys like my little collection. It may seem a little overwhelming, and I'm completely doing this off the top of my head. I have no structure for how I'm doing this, so it might be a long video. So, enjoy, and if you're looking for a tutorial, I should have one next week. Check it out. So here's my little collection. This is everything. I'm going to start to move things out of the way and show you exactly what everything is. So get that stuff out of here. I just wanted to give you an idea of how much stuff I actually have. Here's like a bunch of cards. Put those over here. Some more cards. Nothing special as far as like special cards or anything like that. Just regular bicycle cards, but completely gimmicked or whatever. Some more cards. Balloons for pressure. I have like 72 balloons in my car for pressure, so I can perform that whenever. And other than that, I'm not gonna explain too much until everything's out of the way. So let's get this out of here. Let's get all this out of here. So what I have here is a PDF printout that I made to use for Healed and Sealed. And it's all the tops that you can cut out and cut out perfectly, and this forms the perfect circle for it. And then you can either color it in with Sharpie more or whatever you want to do. So what I've been doing lately is I have this little bag. I don't know what originally came in it. I think it might have been a ring or something, but I'll carry this bag around with me, and inside I'll have a little thumbnail pin so I can pop the can, and I'll have a few of these already cut out, like 3 of them cut out and put in here just in case. You never know where you're going to do it or how many times or if the paper is going to screw up or whatever. So like I said, I already have these made out. If you'd like one, just send me an email, and then I'll send you an attachment with this on it, so you don't have to keep making them over and over again. I have sandpaper here, used for only one trick really, but this is really cheap, and use it for Fraud by Daniel Garcia. And so sandpaper, I'm sure this could come in handy for a bunch of other uses too. This is one of my older tricks for the spellbinding boxes. And what you do is you have this little contraption. You have this little contraption in your pocket, and I don't have the other piece to it, but it was basically a thread with a coin shape piece in it, so you could actually make the coin disappear while the spectator's holding on to the said coin. But they sign a coin, and you put it under a handkerchief, and it disappears, and you reach into your pocket with their signed coin, and you basically take it out, and you can pull this out, and they're just like, whoa, what's in there? And you made their coin disappear from the rag to inside these seemingly impossible conditions. I don't do this trick almost ever anymore because I feel like I've evolved from it, and it's just kind of inconvenient to carry around in your pocket with you. For some tricks like pop, or if you want to stab a card, or just having a knife in general is cool. It says feeling lucky on it, and it's a royal flush. And so this just helps with the gimmick of being a magician. This is the only knife that I have, and I just kind of had to get it. These are razor blades that you can use for cookie cutter, but I actually use them to shave my face. I'm going to get these out of the way. I have a lot of bicycle cards. And all of these are just red bicycle cards. And the reason I have them is I'll probably throw away these dirty ones, but all these are good to use for duplicates. So just over the years when I run down on cards or go through enough ambitious card routines or enough sign card routines, I've been collecting the rest of these. And I have the same of this in blue as well. So anytime I need a duplicate, I'll usually just run to this pile and try to find the cleanest looking card and one that I feel is acceptable to ruin. So that's that. I have some loops here. I've had 15 loops so far, and I've went through 13 of them, so I'm only down to 2. So that's pretty cool. Of course, magicians need our double stick tape. You see that yellow plaid tape somewhere in a store and you don't have it, you should get some. It's used in a lot of effects like 5-speed and a lot of the ultimate aces tricks. Double stick tape is definitely used a lot in Magic. Just recently got some flash paper that I used during Jay Sankey's In a Flash, but other than that, as me being a wrestler, it's cool to be able to throw a fireball at someone's face. Pair of scissors to be able to cut out a lot of different things. Sometimes you have to cut cards, sometimes you have to cut dollar bills to make gimmick bills, to cut out just scissors to cut things with. Got the Raven X2 because I lost my original Raven, and you guys have seen the tutorial for that, but the original Raven is just the same thing, but just half of it. And love the Raven. Usually go out with that a lot because you never know when you want to make something magnetic disappear. My Jeopardy packet for the Jeopardy tutorial. Here's all my magnetic coins. I have 3 pennies in there and a steel core quarter, and that's what I use to make the Raven disappear with. And I also have this Shim Shell $50, but it's really loud. Usually really loud. But you can put things under this, like put this Mexican centavo underneath it. So you can create the illusion that you're making it change just completely to a different coin, and then you can hand that out for people to look at. So Shim Shell coins are pretty cool. Moving on to this is Sterling Scotch and soda, and this is the gimmick that comes with it. Basically, if you guys don't know what the trick is, it's just this coin that has a false back and like a little shim shell, but it's not magnetic. So when someone puts it in their hand and squeezes onto it, it seems to have disappeared. And it comes with this gimmick so you can pop it back out. And also comes with a duplicate legitimate Mexican centavo. Got some glue, washable school glue, and I use this for fraud. I have a bunch of paper clips and a bunch of safety pins. You use safety pins during, there's a lot of tricks you can do it for, but you need a lot for dress code, and I use it for the got your back routine. And paper clips come in handy a lot. Paper clipping a dollar bill together for stairway. Paper clips come in handy. You use them together doing the actual trick called paper clipped during the ambitious card routine, which I have right here. Just a false mock card that doesn't matter and paper clip attached to it. Everyone needs a Sharpie. Recently been carrying around thread and Visine for the thread, and need that too. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you start doing thread, do not swallow it. I had I'll just say unfortunate event happened earlier today because I swallowed the thread. And the Visine is going to help. This is the rubber bumper that allows you to do the Raven with a short sleeve shirt on. So this goes up and it's sealed through, and the Raven is just kind of like attached here, where the bumper is stitched to your shirt, and then you can peel it out, and then it slides back in. So that's the bumper that comes with the Raven. This I have not yet used, but what I would use it for is I would attach this to my back pocket, and I would use a magnetic coin and perform factory sealed with it by attaching it to this and then letting it slip, so I don't have to palm the coin or make it disappear in some other means, so that way it just slips to the back. But I haven't used it yet just because it's loud, and quite frankly I haven't performed factory sealed a lot. Elmer's glue, use this for you rub it on your neck, and then you can put a necklace through it, and that's how, or like a guitar string. Chris Angel uses a guitar string. Dynamo does his necklace with the lifesaver. So that gets stuck to your neck, and then you shoot it out, and it creates the illusion that it's really stuck through your neck. Also used for earbuds. So that's it's a pretty nifty thing. This is something I carry with me all the time. It's just 2 rubber bands and a paper clip, because there's a lot of tricks you can do with 1 rubber band. There's a lot of tricks you can do with 2 rubber bands, and if you have 2 rubber bands and a paper clip, then you're always ready to perform an impromptu version of paper clipped with the ambitious card, even if you don't have the card ready. Or you can also perform stairway, where the card goes through all 4 someone's borrowed bill goes through all 4 strings of the rubber bands. So I always will just like keep this on my wrist and go out with it. This comes with the Raven X2. It's a normal key and a bent key, and what you're supposed to do is you have like the bent key already attached to the Raven, and so you make this one disappear, and then this one slides off, and then you can like bend it or whatever, and then you give it to someone and they can't bend it back. And that was like the only gimmick that came with it. And this other one that I made is the 9 of diamonds. So you force someone to pick the 9 of diamonds or whatever, and you have a paper clip, you make that disappear, and then you make this show up in your hands. It's just like, oh, is that your card? Yeah. Of course, have balloons, and these are just the ones I carry around in my back right pocket, because you never know when you see an attractive girl and you're just like, hey, give me your phone. And she does, of course, and then you put your number in it, and then you call yourself so you have her number, and then you proceed to put her phone in a balloon. Or, so yeah, always ready to perform pressure. I have this fraud dollar bill, which went wrong. I had someone sign it, and then I couldn't move the seal. I could not move the seal, so I basically said, I failed, I can't do the trick, I'm sorry, and I took the dollar bill. So normally you hand this dollar bill back to them because it's their signed bill, but in this case I couldn't because they would have figured it out, and I didn't want them doing that. Also, I have the stealth pen. This was one of the oldest tricks I've had, where you take a pen, stab it through, and it's through there or whatever, and you can take it. It's perfect. I was so confused when this came out, because I was just like, whoa, how do you do that? It's just a magnet. Just a magnet. Because they did some pretty good illusions where they would have it come like straight down into the bill, and that's why I don't do it anymore, because it just falls off and it's not perfect. So that's that. I have my gimmick for got your back right here. I have my greed dollar bill right here, so you guys can see that real quick. And then this to change it into. I have, these are the cards you'll usually see me playing with when I'm doing a crowd control story. because these are about to hit the huge stack of duplicates, but they're still like all right enough to do some stuff with. Have some gaff cards over here. This is Chris Angel's color changing deck. You can use this for, I believe. Maybe not. You can use this for some kind of color changing, obviously. And then just a double back blue card. They're actually, this is my version of the gimmick, is it's actually 2 cards taped together. I'm not rich enough to go out and spend it on the actual gimmicks. And that's where double stick tape comes in handy. Boom. Make your own gimmicks. Have a World Series of Poker deck. This cards I used to play when I would play poker with my friends. I always have my iPhone because I have the Invisible Deck app in here, and I also have Premonition that I just bought. And I've only done Premonition once. It's alright. I haven't gotten any good, like, crazy reactions for it. And the time you put into setting it up, it does take a while. It will stress you out a little bit. But you can also do tricks like where you memorize a number, and then, so there's that number, and then you do times 1 plus 0 times, and then I learned this on Scam School, by the way. So you remember that number, and you basically go around and ask people a bunch of different questions, and that have to do with numbers, like what's your phone number, what's blah blah blah. And I'll go over more detail, but whatever the number is, they can put like a crazy number like that. No matter what, whenever they hit equals, it's going to come out to the number that you wrote down that you have to have memorized or predicted. I'll go over that in a future tutorial, but use that. Even borrow someone else's phone to do it. Let's see here. Another little patch of cards that are normal. This is a deck that, it's a normal pack of cards, but I cut it open at the bottom and cut this open and put a duplicate 5 of hearts in it with my signature on it, so I can perform Sealed with a Kiss with a new pack of cards. So it's just like there's no way that there's another duplicate signed card in there because he just opened a brand new pack of cards. And I'll go over a tutorial on how to create this in the future too. Have a Scorpion deck. This one's not mine. This is going to go to one of the winners, but I have my own personal Scorpion deck. Have tarot cards here. This is Card Tune, where you riffle through and the guy shoots out and catches the spectator's cards. That trick's alright. Looks like this is a Svengali deck. You know. Who doesn't have a Svengali deck? Something's messed up in there, but either way, it's because I never use it. Not even because it's not bicycle, it's just I don't like the Svengali deck. In here I have a bunch of mini rubber bands, and the only thing I really use these for were the coin bite out quarter, which I do not have anymore. Everyone kind of figured out that it was a trick quarter, so I didn't care to spend the money to get another one. And so that's that, but I use that for other things too. Man, so much. Here's my In a Flash deck, and I have 2 flash papers in here already. Half the deck is hold out, the other half allows spectator to sign it, and In a Flash is one of the more expensive tricks. I think I spent like $32 on this pack of cards. So I don't perform it a lot. I used to, and I just kind of fell out of it. But it's the only trick that I know that's a coin, card, and fire trick. So it's pretty cool. With a signed card, for that matter. So it's pretty cool. This is, looks like this is just a normal pack with a blue card in it, so I can do crisscross cards. This is probably the deck that I take out and actually perform with. And I'm sure there's some duplicates in. Oh, yeah, look at that. 2 Queen of Spades right there. And so this is just a normal pack with a few duplicates and a blue ace of spades. This is an invisible deck. I know it just because I never leave the house without it. I can tell that's the invisible deck right there. This might be a regular pack of cards too. Yep, this is just a regular pack of cards. So that's that. This is an invisible deck that I have not really used yet because it's blue. So I'm kind of waiting for, that would be the Two of Hearts. Yep. And I'm just kind of waiting for my red invisible deck to be used up, and I got perfectly beautiful new invisible deck, but blue right there. I'm sure this is a normal pack of cards. Usually if I have any blue cards, blue bicycles, guaranteed it's almost promised to be a normal pack of cards. So that's that. I have this little batch of cards that aren't the standard. So what I've been doing with these is I've been performing reform with them, where a torn and restored trick with them, and I've just gone through about nearly 3/4 of the deck trying to perfect that routine. It's pretty tough. This is a very crappy invisible deck, one that I probably either made myself or have just been using for the past like 4 years. So that goes to the back burner. This is a normal pack of cards. Beautiful pack of cards too. I'm gonna have to keep that over here. This is another normal pack of cards, it looks like. Yep. Cool. That makes me happy. I didn't know that these were down here. This is Fade Out, which I did a tutorial for, where half the cards are backed like that, but the faces are completely blank. And then the other half of the deck has normal faces and that. So basically, you can create the illusion that you made the whole deck vanish. So, it's a cool trick. Fade Out, I like that one. I like that one a lot. Black Tiger deck, don't really need to go through it. I just know that there's like a 3 of clubs in here, so you can do like a cool color change that changes or whatever, and then maybe that changes the whole deck. I don't know. They always come with these cool gimmick cards in them. I'll go over that in a second. Oh, look at this. It's a brainwave deck. King of Spades with the blue back. But this, the roughing paper on it's like, you can tell how crappy it is. It's probably a big reason why I don't use it. And so, I don't know, other than that, I'm sure they've improved it since then. But I don't use the brainwave deck. It's too hard to figure out which card is which. This is a stripper deck. So I got the Ace of Hearts, and if I just turn it in like this, then I can just, oh, not like that, like that. Steal Ace of Hearts like that. So you could have like 4 people pick a card or whatever, and they memorize them. And when they go to put them back in the deck, it can be very fair. And you can just, you gotta hold the very bottom. And there's our 4 cards. You can do a lot of cool stuff with this, but I never use it. Never ever use it. Normal pack of these eco-friendly playing cards. Green, just a normal pack. And the same thing here for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but pink. So those are cool. And finally, well, not finally, I have a few more. It looks like. invisible floating playing cards. So my friends and I would always play poker or just cards in the hot tub with these cards because they floated and it was fun. Play some Egyptian rat screw. But I never actually use these for tricks. Mainly just because, like, I don't know if you do a double lift. Well, I guess that's, whatever, that's cool. But never saw the use for them outside of the hot tub. Got my little packets here, and looks like this was a homemade crappy version of Twisted Sisters. Oh, it's the Queen of Hearts. Oh no, it's the Queen of Diamonds. Oh, but the other ones, they're all jokers, and that one's red. Blah, 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 blah. Never used that. Never used this trick. It was just 3 jokers, a red back, queen with, like, the heart and the diamond. That's how, like, the real trick works, I guess. And in the other side, I'm sure there's the black queens. Oh. Yeah, right here. So it's the same thing, but they're blue or whatever. Turn into a spade. This is the switcher. This is your switcher gimmick card. It comes with this. So basically what you can do is you load, it's hard to see what's going on, but there's basically this opening here, and you basically can load a card in like this. And so what happens is if you cover it, and I'm gonna put some rubber bands around it so I can actually kind of do the effect. So you put some rubber bands around these 2 cards, and you take another card, and you don't show them what it is or something like that, but basically you go in, you take what they think is the 8 of spades, right? And you go in, and you can go like that or whatever, and it's very clean, very fair. And you can be like, look, it's the 8 of spades, right? And then you take their 6 of hearts, and you like rip it up. Their signed 6 of hearts or something like that. And then you basically can take this card out, and it changes to the 6 of hearts. So it's cool, I guess. And I'll try to show you one more time kind of what's going on. Looks like it goes in this way. So, got the 8 of spades, but what's like really going on is that's the real card, and the 6 of hearts is just pushing the 8 of spades. You know what I mean? So if I took these off and kind of revealed what was really going on, let's get rid of the joker, you'll see that's it. You feel me? And then when you take that back out, then that card just stays there, and it comes with other gimmicks you can actually use. So, I don't know, the trick's alright. I only used it a few times. I'm sure if I went back, I'd get some cool reactions for it. Oh, time of a misspent youth. And that's it. And finally, a huge secret. I shouldn't even be showing this to you guys. There's this movie called Shade. And it's about, okay, 5 minutes. There's this movie called Shade, and it's about this mechanic, and he's really good at cheating at cards, and he's really good at manipulating the cards. And the final scene with Sylvester Stallone, they find out they're using what's called the juice deck, which is a marked pack of cards where you can only read it by unfocusing your eyes. And it got me really curious, and I was just like, does this thing exist? Like, that would be the most powerful thing ever if it were real. And sure enough, they don't sell this anymore, and I'm running out. I think looks like I have about half of this left, but this is the juice, and this is what's used to mark the cards like that. And so what I have here are 3 juice decks. I'm going to use look, you can tell how much I use that. It's filthy. So I'm not going to use that. I won't show you using that. These ones are pretty clean. These ones are pretty clean. Now it's just a matter of which one can I read better, which one is marked better. You can probably see that. I can see that in camera. JD, Jack of Diamonds. So this is a bad marking of it. 4S, 4 of Spades. But this one, however, so I'm going to put these away just because this is like a bad marking of it. I did a bad job with that one. So I'm going to put these aside, but these ones you probably can't detect. But you want to talk about a trick where you could memorize a whole pack of cards, arguably. You go, oh, la, 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 la. Alright, I think I got it. 3 of Diamonds, Queen of Hearts, King of Spades, 7 of Diamonds, 3 of Spades, oh, bad one. Queen of Spades, 5 of Clubs, 6 of Hearts. But the whole deck is marked. So I can literally go to one card and know that that's the 10 of Clubs. And if you don't know what to look for, you can't see it. And the closer you look and the brighter it is, the harder it is to see it. So I could step back from here and I know that this is the 2 of Diamonds and the King of Clubs. I can go through this whole deck and know what every single card is. And I made this myself. And they don't sell the juice anymore. From what I've seen, I should have stocked up on it when I could. But I don't know how much it was when I bought it. I imagine it was pretty expensive. But other than that, that's my little collection. Hope you guys liked it. And look out for tutorials soon. Peace out. If you guys want to contact me directly, email me personally at howtodisturb.reality@gmail.com with your name and where you're from and any questions or concerns you may have. Thanks.